Welcome to Titillating Tuesdays with the Comic Relief Crusader. Woohoo!
From days of long ago, created by the cosmic legends of the universe, there stands one man, one great man, a man dedicated to preserving all that is good in pop culture, loved by few, hated by many. Alone in his fortress of awesomeness, he battles fearlessly against the wolf, the evil, the unjust. To right that which is wrong, to stand for justice, to serve all mankind. He is the one, the only, the Comic Relief Crusader. Hello, everyone that's watching right now. It is Geekosphere time. It is episode 142, and you've entered the Geekosphere that is on the Comic Relief Crusader channel. And good day, and howdy to everyone there. I'm hoping that you had a really good weekend right now, and that you spent it accordingly, properly even. Yeah, so, hope some of you like that intro. Don't know. I'm thinking about maybe switching it up a little bit, but I'm waiting on people. Because somebody had said, "Oh yeah, hey Mike, I'll be glad to make a new intro for you," and that was like half a year ago. So, yeah, hello to Vince Womack. Heidi ho to all you nerds and nerdettes, and heidi ho to you too. We got app. Ooh, wow, that was like a half burp while I said that. Gap After Dark. How's it going, man? We got the illustrious FKHC 2005, otherwise known as Tim. And who else have we got popping? Oh, we got Lenrod. Hail from the break room. Nice to see you, my dude. Great that you are here, spending copious amounts of times away from work and spending it here, wasting it away with us. Vince Womack, comic, just just a wanning, really a wanning, huh? The common nerd got his account terminated for less. Really? Did he really? Oh yeah, that's right, because that was on his new account. Okay. A certain Swedish guy. Or is that Swedish? Swedish? There's an E in that, dude. Really? I did not know that. Okay, well, I will keep that in mind. But I changed nothing because I am glad to fly under the radar at times. So, we'll see what happens. And that's why there's a Rumble channel as well. So, but anyway, how's it going, guys? Nice that you guys can join us today on a Titillating Tuesday. You know what? It's rather odd. For some odd reason, it seemed to have stopped on X. I don't know why, but that's okay. Dangleberry Sports Highlights. Nice, dude. Yes, I wish I could be drinking. right now with you guys, but oh god, what a long day. I'm telling you. It was it was a very extremely nuts kind of day today. And yeah, hope you all had a great weekend. Great to be back. And you know what? I'd be doing some news, some stupid news right now, but you know what? Here's the crazy thing. I I ran out of news. I actually did. That well, okay, you know what? No. Actually, I got two left. I got two stupid news left. Because I have not found any stupid news. And all the kind of news that's stupid and new to all of you guys. And all right, we got Mr. Peterson here. And yes, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Spread the show around. It makes me happy. And if it makes me happy, it makes you guys happy as well. Because I told you to. So, hey, deadbeats. Yeah, that's right. You damn right you hit that like button. If you don't, you're a commie. So, in Lenron, there's all of me in here. I'm the only user of the break room. Ooh! So technically speaking, you've conquered said break room, and it is yours. All yours. Anyway, and I'm glad to hear that. Stupid news. What do we got in stupid news? Well, let's see. This might not seem as stupid, but this is why you never buy clothes made in China, or more than likely New York. And why? Because I don't know who designed this hoodie. I haven't the faintest idea. Lenrod, running out of stupid news. Does that mean the world is finally healing? Oh God, I could only hope, man. FKC, great. I will look at that in a second here. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know who this is made for, but I'm fairly certain. I'm fairly certain. It's made for mutants, or literally people from New York. So, because it looks like either somebody's got one leg and a very nubby arm and a huge right arm. I don't know if this is made for a pirate with a peg leg or something like that. I haven't the faintest idea. If you need stupid news, just visit Florida, says says John. Oh my God. Yes, you can never run out of Florida man stories. Yeah, I blame Common Core math. Yeah, right. Somebody does not know how to measure. I just. Oh my God. I don't know why. Why? I don't even know how you would put this on. It's just bewildering. No. People in America wear anything. It's okay. They buy anything that we make. It's all good. Consumer. So yeah, that's what it is. Yes, Lundrod, how silly of me. That's some hardcore fashion statement action right there. It is. Yeah. And well, my right arm is larger
it would probably turn out like
than the left. I'm also blind. Oh, well, yeah.
lots of awesome stuff from China.
That probably might be it. But yeah, this is probably on the defect pile from Wish. So pop culture minefield. The fuck is that? That's a Brooklyn. Looks like it's either a hoodie or a sweatshirt. I haven't the faintest idea. But where everything is made in China, maybe it's made in China, or maybe it's actually made in New York, considering all the retards that live there, and especially the mayor that happened to be on Epstein's list. So, that's what it is. Quasimodo's leisure wear. Yes, that's what it is. So, Let's see what else have we got for stupid news. I know Tim said something. Tim, I am going to get to that. I do have one more thing left here. Yeah, it's a hood shirt. Exactly, Vince. How about this? Scotland. You never go wrong with Scotland. Apparently, Miss Scotland bit two security guards and called one the N word as she was kicked out of a rugby competition. Damn, Scotland. Like, oh man. Insert joke here. Go, chat. Let me let me know what you think. I'm waiting on pop culture minefield because because well, his Catholic father, might be from Scotland. I'm not entirely sure. Probably Irish. But you know what? I'm waiting on a joke for him because he's full of them. And Collector, how's it going? And he says, I think that sold on eBay. Yeah, it probably did. So, it's a rare find. And, God, Lenrod, my kind of woman. Really? Really? Great guard dog? I don't know. She bit two security guards. Really? That's insane. And that's right, because Vince couldn't put it any better. I have pop culture minefield here. Smash that like button like it's your ex's genitals. Exactly. So, thank God I don't play on that team. Anyway, and Runwave, I thought that Twitter was for the executioner from Blazing Saddles. Oh my God. Oh, crap. Mr. Peterson says, yeah, I'd go 3 rounds with her. Oh, really? Yeah, perfect representation for Scotland. I think so. I think it doesn't really matter, men or women. They just seem to be all bruisers there. Yeah, exactly. They choose wisely. Yeah. I think that's what it is. And Tim, I think Gary is from Japan. Probably. So, he's huge in Japan, though. I can understand probably calling out the N word, being kicked out of a rugby competition. I'm gonna say she was either just blitzed drunk out of her mind, which seems like the normal state of mind for many of Scotland's indigenous population. She does play rugby. Really? Did you look this up? Because I'm guessing you looked this up. If she played rugby, well, then that makes complete sense. So, Gary is from Japan's retarded cousin, Okinawa. Oh my God. Oh, jeez. Yeah, pretty nuts. It's funny, maybe it just makes sense because she's white. I haven't the faintest idea. Okay, so we got that part of stupid news out of the way, and you know what? Not because I'm not going to disappoint Tim, because Tim is the keeper of memes and whatnot, and he sent this here. So from the New York Post, the most reputable newspaper in existence. Sure. Apparently, hospital evacuated after 8-inch World War I artillery shell discovered in patient's butt. Huh. Okay. It's kind of amazing that Wendy Trauma Warrior isn't here, because she had copious amounts of tales of taking things. So, yeah. So this is extremely factual. So let's have a look here. Oh, I like this joke right off the bat. He had some explosive indigestion. A hospital in France. Oh, it's in France. See, it would have made more sense if it was in America. A hospital in France was evacuated after a male patient arrived with a World War I artillery shell lodged in his backside. Gary, this is for your Military Monday, so remember this story. According to the Burn Shell report, the unnamed, oh, really? Unnamed? If they unname it, you know exactly what it is, right? Because if it was a white guy, they'd be saying the name. So, the unnamed 24-year-old had been rushed to Ranguel Accident and Emergency Unit in Toulouse late Saturday night, the Daily Mail reported. Apparently, the poor fellow was in a state of extreme discomfort, having inserted a large object up his rectum, as an insider source said. I mean, I'm no military expert, but if a World War I shell was shoved up your wazoo, yeah, I'm thinking it'd be extremely uncomfortable. So, collector, whatever you do, but this time you not blame the Germans. That wasn't my grandpa. This time, I swear. Oh, jeez. And how can one be so depraved that they'd feel the need to sodomize themselves with a century-old rust bomb? I don't know. I have the faintest idea. He just likes it big. Yes, exactly, Tim. But yeah, it's a huge object. It's large in his posterior. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he needed some sort of colonoscopy. He just needed to widen the area a bit. So I don't know where you find that stuff. It's amazing it didn't go off. So anyway, oh, we're gonna get a picture. I can't reveal that yet. So no, actually, no, I can. So apparently, this was lodged up his backside. I'm guessing. So this unexploded World War I shell. Oh, it's similar to the one found lodged in the patient's anus. I'm glad that they're using the medical terms for this. So, damn, that's huge. I think so too. I mean, really. I guess, yeah, John. I suppose. I mean, really. John says 8 inches isn't all that big. I'm not going to repeat the rest of that. I'm not. I'm just not. No. Yeah, that's a good idea, Lenrod. I'd say leave it there. Maybe he'll learn a lesson for a change. It's doubtful. It's very doubtful. I knew the French were into some really weird kink, but that goes a little bit too far. Little bit too far. Apparently, surgeons conducted emergency surgery. No shit. No pun intended, though. During which they discovered the shocking source of his pain. A live, oh my God, still alive, 8-inch bomb shell from 1918. Oh my God, 108. Wow. From 1918, that had been lodged inside him. Fearing a potential fire in the hole. Oh boy, whoever wrote this article is brilliant. Fearing a potential fire in the hole and hospital, medical personnel alerted the bomb squad and fire brigade and evacuated the facility. Meanwhile, a security perimeter was formed around the medical center as the authorities investigated the explosive situation. Oh my God. Wow. 150 millimeter German artillery shell. That's dang, dude. Yeah. Fortunately, So it has a happy ending, I guess. Fortunately, the retro munition, which was also pointed and over a inch wide, was not deemed a threat. The bomb disposal experts took the shell with them, while the patient, a French national, remained at the hospital so he could recover from surgery. It was unclear how the antique ordnance ended up in the man's posterior. Oh, I think it's very clear. But experts suspected the combustible could have been in the result of a party stunt gone awry. No, really? Are you really? You think so? However, France's La Dépêche newspaper wrote that medical staff in Toulouse are astonished to treating victims injured during sexual games. Yeah, and like I said, yeah, it's more than likely something like that. So the shell shock patient is expected to be interviewed by authorities later this week. Oh boy. While prosecutors are considering taking legal action against them for handling Category A munitions per an officer. Shells such as the one found in the man's butt were used during the First World War by the Imperial German Army, which deployed hundreds of thousands against the British-French armies across the Western Front between 1914 and 1918. Thank you for the history lesson. Apparently, the explosives, which are date-stamped, regularly turned up during the Iron Harvest, the annual collection of often unexploded munitions from both world wars, which are often on farmlands, building sites, and other disputed land. So, while the person's backside might seem a strange location for one of them to surface, shockingly, this wasn't a first at the French hospital. Oh, there's more. Interesting. In 1922, a hospital, St. Mousse in Toulon, was partially evacuated after an 88-year-old arrived with a World War I artillery shell similarly lodged in his anus. So, there you go. From the New York Post, Tim. Love it, dude. Love it. That's a funny story. And Gary over at Pop Culture Minefield. We have 8 watching and only 3 likes. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, guys. You'll make Mike cry himself to sleep tonight. Smash that button like an UXB and a Limey's bottom. Oh, God. It's right. You don't want me to cry tonight. No, that wouldn't happen anyway. Because I only got one feeling left, and I'm keeping that sequestered away deep inside. Okay. Yeah, so what else is going on? So, Collector, no, that's fake news. The show was never under Imperial position. Never, ever. Yes, and apparently now we know what the French like. So apparently the French live butt bombs. Yeah, they like live butt bombs. So, well, I mean, you know, if UXB, unexploded bomb. Oh, okay, thank you. Well, you're the military guy. I'm not. So there you go. Okay, so we got some good news that we're going to be sharing tonight because, you know, like I said, there are too many channels bitching and complaining about, you know, all the stuff going wrong in media and movies and TV and blah, 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 comics and whatnot. And so I'm trying harder to find more positive news out there because, you know, you think you saw that in the Seinfeld episode. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that kind of stuff. And let me close that down. What do we got? So we got a couple of things tonight. First of all, we'll cover this and we'll get to the Henry Cavill news afterwards. So I don't know if any of you guys have watched this in the 90s. Pretty fun. Pretty good movie. If you've never seen it, I guess you should. From Bounding into Comics right here. Director of cult sci-fi action film Guyver, Dark Hero, confirms that it's getting a 4K release this year. And that's pretty cool. Now, I remember watching this like around early mid-90s. And if you don't know about Guyver, it is from a Japanese manga. And you brought over to North America, like I said, around the 90s. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think there was at least 2 live-action Guyver movies. And I'm pretty sure Mark Hamill, I believe, was in one of them, if I'm not mistaken. And this was released through New Line Cinemas back in '94. If you haven't seen them, yeah, I mean, it's kind of cheesy. It's not bad. I'm not going to say it's obviously, the greatest film ever or sci-fi film, but it's a fun romp through. Let's put it that way. There we go. See? Okay. Gary, love both the Guyver films. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I like the monster designs. They were really, really nice. Let's see. And Lonrod, yeah, I've seen the Guyver anime, never the movie. Really? If you can find it, check it out. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad. It does pay kind of like a somewhat good homage to the anime and the manga. So, if you want to know, yeah, check it out. Collector, as an eternal physician, me too. My friend and Coke plays a huge role in that. Oh, I see. So anyway, so here's what it is. Everyone lamenting the fact that they can't have every single cult sci-fi movie based on a manga with the flavor of Super Sentai. Yeah, because apparently Power Rangers over in Japan, they're calling it quits. After, God, when did that start? Late 70s? But there's a good reason for that anyway. But anyway, only Edge Year can relax as of this year. And this week, okay, so pay attention, it's this week, we can confirm Guyver Dark Hero will be added to the growing list of films coming in 4K. So, if you are a huge fan of this, this might be something totally up your alley to get. So what's going on here? Oh yeah, David Hayter. I forgot he was in this. It's pretty cool. So this news was broken by the film's director, Steve Wang, in an Instagram post, said the 4K remaster of my film, Guyver Dark Hero, is coming in 2026. Will feature a ton of extras. He excitingly wrote, on the delight of many hitherto unrequited followers. So, Dark Hero, yeah, it was a sequel back in 94 to 91's The Guyver, okay? And like I said, starring Mark Hamill, Michael Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes, David Gill, who was in Savage Weekend, and Singanur, whatever, and TV's Jimmy J.J. Walker. Really? I forgot he was in that. And it stars the future Solid Snake voice, David Hayter, as Sean Barker, who's host to an alien bio armor that turns him into the title Vigilante. So it keeps true pretty much to the manga and to the anime. And, well, if you haven't seen the anime, then, that might be something that you want to check out too. So, oh, Vince. It's on Tubi. Is it really? Nice. I'm gonna have to watch that again. Jeez, it's been forever. I haven't seen it since it actually came out. That's how long ago it was. So, Super Sentai is dead, but the format is still alive. Yep. And they're making something similar without any strings attached. True. So I would love for this to be a remake, like a really decent remake. I really, really would. This would be awesome. In Collector, okay, guys, I have to give some classes. Hope to see you later. I hope so too. Collector, thank you very much for dropping on by. And have fun. So, and appreciate you being by. Still waiting for my sombrero. But yeah, the monster designs was pretty much like straight out of the anime, out of the manga. They were pretty good, for early '90s, basically. So it's very reminiscent, some of these monsters, to like this one here from like Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's the vibes that I got out of it, and probably that's another reason why I like this movie. So, as cheesy as it is, it's still fun. But what else is going on here? So in the sequel, Sean battles again with the shape-shifting Zonoids from the Kronos Corporation, who are closer to uncovering the secret behind Sean's bio-boosted armor unit that gives him powers. The film is widely praised for being an improvement on the original that is more mature and not afraid of a little blood. So basically imagine what an R-rated Power Rangers would be like, and you'll understand. Yeah. So again, yeah, if you haven't seen that, yeah, expect some blood and guts and the occasional limb, I believe, being ripped off here and there. And it definitely 100% keeps true to the original story, which is great. So, based on a trippy manga by Yoshiki Takaya, Dark Hero never completely disappeared into the mire of VHS obsolescence. It's been available on streaming platforms like Amazon, or like Vince just showed, it's on Tubi. So if you want to check it out there, or yeah, Tubi. Did you put Tubi? Yeah, you put Tubi. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely on Tubi. So if you want to give it a watch, go ahead and do it. 4 years, but it has always eluded a proper until now. So, outside the ton of extras, Wang promises no one else knows the full details of the upcoming release. However, if the news has them excited, we're sure fans are in for a real treat. So, you know what? Okay, so this is what we'll do. I'll play the teaser trailer and Canadian Spider-Man. Shields up, fire at will. At Will Wheaton? Yes, any day. So, Canadian Spider-Man. See, now you just got here. Yeah, we're talking about the Guyver 2, getting a 4K release. I don't know if you've ever seen this back in the 90s. So if you have, let me know. So, and he says, okay, the retardation is strong online today. Really? I'm wondering what's going on. So, okay, anyway, so if you've never seen the live action, I'll play the teaser and see it. Then, yeah, like I said, Vince put up the link on Tubi, and of course we'll have to pause it every once in a while because of YouTube. So let's do that.
It's been a year since the alien armor invaded my body and became a part of me.
So if you don't know what you just saw, that is, shut that off. This here, this is basically the whole entire Guyver unit, the armor, everything. In the center, it's like a silver ball. That's kind of like it's like a control module. But the thing is it goes entirely inside a person. And if you want to call upon or activate the armor, then it basically comes out of you. And it comes out of, well, in that case, like you just saw, out of the neck. But anyway.
It's been a year since the alien armor invaded my body and became a part of me. A year since I first became the Guyver and destroyed the Kronos Corporation and their shape-changing killers, the Zone.
I love those monsters. They're really cool. And that was the other thing, too. Let's see. Comic says Canadian Spider-Man. Dude, so many people in one YouTube chat said freedom from what? Oh, they cannot be helped. Oh, yeah. For the for the Alberta separation thing. I see. And never saw it back in the 90s. I was busy roofing and snow plowing. Ah, I see. Not a problem. But yeah, anyway, so the Kronos Corporation, basically they mutated human beings. So you see a little bit of mutation going on too. So anyway, so back to this.
Gone, but the Guyver stays in me, calling me to fight, to kill. I'm not the one, am I? Guyver.
I mean, if you really think about it, the design is really, really cool. It's like really cool. Did they do a show with Richard Dean Anderson? No, actually, this is a movie. So if no, Mark Hamill is in it though. In case you're wondering, you know, before it became all, you know, Looney Tunes crazy and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, totally check it out. It's on Tubi. So, but yeah, the design of the bio booster armor, it's really, really good. It's totally alien, and it is a really cool design. So, Lenrod, MacGyver bio boosted mullet. True. Okay.
I want the weapons, Corey. It's all they'll ever want.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was a Zoinoid that had a Guyver armor as well. Lit up one or something. Kind of forgot about that. Yeah, exactly, Vince. It kind of also reminds me of the Mantis suit. Yes. Exactly. So, but you know, this is like 80s manga anime stuff. So, you know, it's a big throwback to the 80s, you know, 80s anime kind of stuff. So, but yeah, you guys just might like. I mean, that just looks cool. So, Vince, yeah, Mantis could have been such a great show, but the studio screwed it up. Yeah, totally. I remember that. Now that you mentioned it. Man, that was forever ago. And it does. It does look awesome. You know, for something that came out in the early 90s, you know, the first one came out in 91, the second one came out in 94. It's and New Line Studios put it out. It's a little hidden cheesy gem that let's see. So could Iron Man wear his suit and still have this in his body? What about Mexican Iron Man? Maybe he could, but it's probably a little bit more powerful than Iron Man's armor. I don't know. That'd be good. That'd be a good. That'd be over if that were ever to happen. Oh yeah, that's right, and it's rated R because of all the blood and guts. So, but yeah, definitely something you might want to check out. So Wang career and has been involved in numerous noteworthy productions from Predator, okay, to Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes remake. So he directed both Guyver films and is an executive producer on the upcoming thriller The Crawling. Personally, I haven't heard of that, but no, if you like movies like that, you know, just movies like this, then this might be something for you if you like collecting that kind of stuff, and definitely in 4K. Then this might be the movie for you to want to get. So, Vince says, yeah, I think a better comparison would be with Blue Beetle. Yeah, I think so. I think you might be right on that. I kind of feel like, you know what, my guy, he might be actually up for this. I don't know if he's actually seen the live action Guyver movies. He might like this. This might be something up his alley. So, but if this were ever to get a remake, I know this is going to sound nuts coming out of my mouth, but just hear me out for a second. Netflix. Now, hear me out, because in all fairness, they did do Yu Yu Hashiko and One Piece pretty good so far. Okay? And like we reported last week, they're looking at doing, you know, probably Chainsaw Man and something else. So, if they got the right person to do it, I'd be okay with that. So, and I know kind of some of you out there might cringe and say, oh God, Netflix is just nothing but crap on it. It's like, yeah, no, there's actually some pretty good stuff actually on Netflix if you give it a chance. So, but yeah, so if you want to go ahead and find out when it comes out, then it definitely comes out this year on 4K. So, some good news for all you purveyors of anime. And let's just put it this way. At least it's not a 4K release of Dragon Ball Evolution. To be fair. So, simple as that. You know what? I know we're a little bit early, but that's okay. And you know what? Silly me, I didn't change the captions to Titillating Tuesdays. So I still had it on my huge circles thing. Jeez. And nobody noticed, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. So I'm perfectly fine with everybody not knowing. So everybody out there, yeah, whether you happen to be on X or on Rumble or here on the YouTubes, head on over, subscribe away, and join in the channel. So we are growing, which is actually nice to see, because for the longest time it was like up and down around 1,300, so it was pretty crazy. But yeah, true, Vince. They also did that Cowboy Bebop. I know, and I couldn't even get past the first episode. It was just that god awful. Yes, that's true. And cuties and the other woke. Yeah, but if you ignore the woke crap, then your algorithm eventually doesn't show the woke crap. So, and yes, huge circles are always appreciated. That's true, especially the intro. So, Lenrod, yeah, I have no 4K stuff. I'm still using really a cathode ray tube TV. Are you really? Really? Wow, dude, that's awesome. And I know that sounds odd to say that, but considering that a cathode ray tube TV is still functioning, that's still pretty good. And I imagine that's for your video game stuff. So, no judgment. Yeah. No, and you know what? I don't have any 4K stuff either. I don't have a 4K TV. I don't have a 4K player. I still get a Blu-ray. So, and you know what? And that's good enough for me. So, exactly, Gap. J huge. Huge. Amazingly, awesomely huge. Don't diss the quality of CRT TV. Really? You also still got one? No. I'm not dissing it whatsoever. I'm not. Nothing wrong with it. If it works perfectly fine, then that is great. And Lenrod, it's a late gen 1080. Really? The old games look beautiful on it. Wow. I didn't know they made a 1080 cathode ray tube TV. I had no idea. That's actually amazing. Yeah, dude, I want one. I know that sounds odd. Okay. You know what? Let's do this. If you happen to miss the intro, then we can just do that again.
Welcome to Titillating. Woohoo!
No, let's do that.
Welcome to Titillating Tuesdays with the Comic Relief Crusader. Woohoo!
There you go. That's what needed to be done. Okay. Anyway, and Gab says, I like dumb TVs. They don't watch you. Yes, exactly. They don't listen to you and they don't transmit your data. I agree. I do. 100% agree. They don't do any of that kind of stuff. And you know what? And it's funny because I remember in the 80s them talking about that kind of stuff. So, which is really weird. The old HD tube sets were crazy expensive when they were new. No, they totally, and they were heavy as sin. Oh my God, they were unbelievably heavy. Man, I had one years ago, and it was, oh God, that thing was an abomination of heavy. It was nuts. It was nuts. Okay. Anyway, you know what? Let's do the mid break, and we'll do this for Rancor Steve. And if Rancor Steve is still on your mind, well then we got this.
I love that. It's been scientifically proven that building Legos increases your knowledge of building things. And also, not all things are woke. They're just a joke.
And there you go. Your thought from the throne from Rancor Steve. Exactly. It's totally 100% toilet time. Yep. And if you want to go check out any of Rancor Steve's stuff, you can head over to YouTube for all the past Manorama shows with people like me, people like Canadian Spider-Man, and others on there. And you can also check them out on Rumble. Also, give him a like and subscribe, and tell him I sent you. So I'm sure he'll appreciate it. So right now, though, however, Manorama is on a little bit of a hiatus. So till Steve gets a few things figured out on his end, because like I said before, and like what he said also, he's got a job at a gun store, and he's loving it. So go ahead and check that out, and I'm sure he'll be pleasantly surprised. So now we get to the other news. News that probably Gary, if he's still there, or Canadian Spider-Man might like, which would be this. So the next article. Okay. We've talked about this before. We're hoping for the best when this happens. So, and yeah, Steve just talked with him a few hours ago. Says Canadian Spider-Man. Nice. Yeah, no, he gave me a call last night. I didn't hear my phone go off because I had the ringer off. So, yeah, I'm hoping he's doing good. But yeah, I'll have a talk with him. We'll have a talk with him a little later here. But anyway, so what's next? From Cosmic Book News, we got this going on. It seems like Highlander reveals Henry Cavill in action. So first look at Dave Bautista as Kurgan. So if you were wondering who's going to be playing Kurgan in the new Highlander movie, well, hate to tell you folks, it's going to be Dave Bautista. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't mind him in some of the stuff that he was in, like, you know, as Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, sure, not a problem. I got no problem with that. He was funny in that. He was in one James Bond movie, and I'm like, okay, he didn't really have any lines whatsoever. I know he's been in a couple of others. I don't know. As Kurgan, exactly. Vince, yeah. Not sure what I think about the Kurgan in a priest frock. Yeah, no, exactly. Canadian Spider-Man, yeah, no. What about the Dutch giant? He's cool. I agree. I 100% agree. Oliver something. Yeah, I can't remember his name right now. Yeah, I don't know. Lenrod, yeah, could be worse. They could have cast some 90-pound, 4-foot nothing girl. Oh, that's true. Yeah, they could have like totally made that woke. So, I mean, they could have done that. Oh my God. Really? Kurgan played by Jordan Peterson. No. Just no. Okay. Anyway, on to the article here, okay? So, I like the idea of Henry Cavill, rebooting this with the Highlander. I'm okay with that. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Is it going to be the same like the 80s Highlander? No. Why? Because we don't have a Spanish with a Scottish accent like Sean Connery. And that's why Kurgan turned Karen. Oh my God, Vince. Like that. Gap. Frig no. Oh hell no. Zendaya or Pedro Pascal. Shut your mouth, man. No. Just no. Not as Kurgan. Kohlhauser. What's up, dude? Nice to see you tonight. Kohlhauser, you know what? You missed the earlier news. I'm just going to tell you right now. Guyver, Dark Hero from back in 94. I don't know if you've ever seen the live action movies, the live action Guyver movies. It's getting released on 4K this year. So there you go. I hope you like that. Canadian Spider-Man. Yeah, you can sword fight Kurgan. Just do not debate him. Yeah, says Peterson. Yeah, exactly right. Okay. So, on to the news article, okay? So, there, I knew they were going to start off with this. There can be only one. Will it be Henry Cavill or of the clan Cavill or Dave Bautista? So, okay. So, Connor McLeod and the Kurgan together on Highlander set. So, Henry Cavill and Dave Bautista filming for Highlander. You know what? Okay, I'm going to say this. Oh, you were streaming. Okay, not a prob, dude. Well, now you get the good news. So, if you want the Guyver on 4K, if you can play 4K, then it's getting 4K this year. Okay, first impression. I like the way Henry Cavill looks. As Connor McLeod in this reboot. Obviously, it harkens back to I'm trying to remember his name. The one that actually played Highlander. Crap. I can't remember his name. Anyway. But Dave Bautista. And I mean, I know obviously because now we know he's going to be playing Kurgan. I don't know. Maybe it's just the suit. Maybe it's just the look. Or maybe it's because I know Dave Bautista wore a dress, what was it, last year during the Oscars or something like that, and he looked like a complete and utter pussy. So, no, not Christopher Walken. Yeah, Christopher Lambert. Thank you, Vince and John. Thank you, Christopher Lambert. God, Lizzo, no. Jeez. Oh, hell no. So, yeah, Henry Cavill is channeling a good Christopher Lambert homage to this. So, I'm liking it. I just don't feel it with Dave Bautista. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't. I mean, I know he can play, a rough kind of guy. But, is it now as we now know him as Mr. Krabs on SpongeBob SquarePants, is he that kind of Kurgan? That remains to be seen. And I don't know if he can play that. I don't know. It just takes a certain kind of snarly, kind of rough kind of face. And I don't know. But anyway. So, new set images and video from Highlander have surfaced online, offering a new look at Henry Cavill in action, along with the debut of Dave Bautista as the film's villain Kurgan. So, the footage shows Cavill fully in character as Connor McLeod and bloodied and battle worn. So, yes, Clancy Brown. That's. Thank you, Mr. Peterson. And Vince, didn't Lizzo play the boulder that rolled after Indy? My God. Yes. That's all I gotta say. Canadian Spider-Man cooking venison neck stew with lots of bones for the broth. Rice noodles, or egg noodles, or potatoes. Since you have the gift. Oh, you're asking Vince. I see. She crushed it. Oh my God. Okay, my suggestion. I know you're asking Vince, Spidey. I would either go with the potatoes or the rice noodles. That's what I would do. Anyway, so let's have a look at the video clip, and I don't know. Maybe we might be pleasantly surprised. Although part of me thinks maybe not. And of course, I got to watch it on YouTube. Are you kidding me? Really? Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Because maybe it's because I'm in Canada. Okay. Well, let me set it up here. Hold on a sec. And I will on the YouTubes. And let's have a look here. You love my opinion too? Well. Those were the two I was thinking. Lenrod's all about the potatoes. Yeah, you know what? Because, I mean, if it makes for a really nice hearty meal, potatoes. But if you're looking for something, you know, kind of like nice and light and not too heavy, then I'd go to the rice noodles or the egg noodles. So, but probably the rice noodles. There you go. Seriously, what are the size of a baby's head? And about as solid. Okay, so here's the Henry Cavill clip. It looks like it's Dave Bautista, so let's have a lookie. Why is it they always have shaky camera? My God, can anybody not hold a phone or camera properly anymore? Just stops shaking it around.
Okay, stand by to shoot.
Okay. Then I guess apparently there's another one. Let's have a look at this. This is interesting. Henry Cavill and Jordan Allen. That. I don't Cavill, but he's the... As Kurgan, yeah. That's right, yeah. 5 bells. Yeah, it is a little loud. Hold on here. Let me see if I can just That's a little better. I mean, yeah. Not too shabby. Yeah, let me just go back to the first one.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. Henry Cavill.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna go through. Don't forget that. No, we're not gonna do that. This is my show. Is that Antonio Banderas? Love that guy. He could play Connery's part well. Ooh. Yeah, but he's Mexican. He's not Spanish though. So, that's the thing. So I don't know how that would go over well. So, oh yeah, no, I guess that was the beginning of the first video. So where I clicked it went to the time stamp. So yeah, you know what? If they have the same soundtrack, that would be awesome. I don't want an homage to the soundtrack. I want the same soundtrack. I want Queen. So that's racist, Mike. Yeah, nah, not really. Shrubby, true enough. Yeah, exactly. So, no, it's just Sean Connery's character, even though he's a Spaniard, but he's still got a Scottish accent. Exactly, Lenrod. Closer than a Scotsman playing a Spaniard. True. No, if you're gonna have a Spaniard, get a Spaniard. It's like the second Black Panther movie, right? With Mexican Namor. Come on. That's how bad I would see that as. Like, come on. Well, yeah, okay, Shrubby, I get that. Mexico was settled by the Spaniards. Don't be dumb. No, it's true, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I just want a Spaniard, a Spanish Spaniard. So I know, and I don't want to see Antonio Banderas. I don't know why. I don't think he'd be a good fit for that. But oh, right. That's right. Thank you, Mr. Peterson. Yeah, Ramirez was a Spaniard by way of Egypt. Exactly. And he had a katana, so he must have been in Japan too. So he wasn't Spanish, he was Egyptian. So Sean Connery was Egyptian, but also Spanish with a Scottish accent. Oh, whatever. It was confusing. I don't care. Anyway, so obviously, as you saw, the footage shows Cavill fully in character as Connor MacLeod, bloodied and battle-worn. And the Daily Mail, Celebrity X says, yeah, Highlander first look, Cavill returns to set as he joins a blood-soaked Dave Bautista for action scenes at Westminster Abbey after his calf injury brought the reboot to a halt. Yeah, that's right. He had a little bit of a tumble there, so he was out for a bit. So, you know, but I don't know. Part of me just likes the '86 cast. I know. I mean, we all know. I'm a liar. No, I'm just trying to remember back all the way back to 1986. Okay. So, Shrubby, who is that in the trench coat next to him? I wonder. Yeah, Dave Bautista, right? So, anyway, I'm just one of those guys that just I prefer the original. It was the first. I know that Henry Cavill is a major geek, as we all know, and he'll do a good job. So, but yeah, exactly. Could be good, better than Brie Larson. Jeez. And you were still sober at 86. Good memories. Yeah. Well, I hope so. My God. I think, was it? You're roughly same age as me, so that would put you at 12? No, 14? You better not have been drunk at that time. Dang, dude. If that's the case, your liver's screaming at you now. So anyway, so the images also reveal Bautista as Kurgan, the savage immortal originally played by the legendary Clancy Brown, a.k.a. Mr. Krabs, in 1986 film. So, God, it's just, you know what he looks like in this picture? I'm not going to lie. He looks like a fat, bearded Keanu Reeves. So, it's what he looks like. Really, you were drunk as a skunk in 8th grade, John. Oh my God. Jeez, you guys. You nutbags. Yeah, I'm sorry. Dave Bautista looks like a fat, bearded Keanu Reeves in that picture. I can't unsee it. But, yeah, I don't know. Here's what I wonder. If they're Shrubby. Oh my God. He looks like a Muslim preacher with no box hat. He does. Now that you mention that, he totally does. Yeah, it is a horrible beard. It's a full-on horrible beard. Vincent, he reminds me of Ernest Borgnine like that. He kind of does. Oh my God. He should be playing Mermaid Man though. Anyway, okay. I just, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he can easily do a kind of a grisly voice. We know we can do that. But Kurgan, Clancy Brown's Kurgan, just had a little bit something more unique about that character that he played. So, you know, and that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if Dave Bautista can pull it off. Like, it's a fucking JonTron beard. Jeez. It is. Oh my God. Okay, enough of the beard. All right. So Bautista appears imposing and brutal. No, not really. With heavy makeup, facial scars, a beard, and a darker, more grounded look compared to the original punk-inspired design. But I like the punk-inspired design. So Kurgan is McLeod's primary adversary, an immortal who kills without remorse in the pursuit of the prize, right? So, you know, and if you know anything about Highlander, yeah, you know what the prize is, right? There can only be one. There can be only one. So, but I don't like the grounded look. I'm sorry, I don't. I like, what do they call it? The punk inspired design of the original. Yeah, the skull helmet thing. I mean, dude, that was badass. But this is just, I don't want grounded. I want, this is supposed to be a sci-fi fantasy kind of film. That's what I want. Yes, exactly, Spidey. The whole thing was punk. That's right. That was the whole point about his character, right? Up until modern times, he looked like totally 100% punk, right? So, you didn't want to go anywhere near him before he said a damn word. Yeah, exactly. That was the scary thing about his character. So, it's like Leonard Nimoy as a prison officer. He was terrifying just from the presence alone. Exactly. So, I mean, I don't mind Henry Cavill playing Connor McLeod, as the Highlander. I don't mind that. He's got, like, somewhat of a kind of similar. Well, maybe it's just the fact that he's British, right? And and he's playing, I know he's playing a Scottish character, but hey, it's on the same block of land, basically. If you really think about it. And I know Chris was not exactly from England, Christopher Lambert. But it was passable. So, plus on top of that, he could act. That's the whole point. So, really, that I would like to hear. Also, rumor are that Clancy has a cameo in this. Okay. I'd like to hear that. So, anyway, the set images follow months of casting announcements that have turned Highlander into one of Amazon MGM's most ambitious projects. See, I'd like to when it was MGM. I'm really hoping that Amazon doesn't screw this up. Or like what Amazon was doing to the live-action Voltron movie, putting it direct-to-video instead of movie theaters. So, that's what makes me slightly cringe about the whole thing anyway. So, because now Amazon owns MGM. And, maybe they might be skimping out on some quality. But anyway, here we go. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay. Cavill stars as McLeod alongside Russell Crowe as Ramirez. So that's going to be interesting. Karen Gillian. Okay. So again, native to the Isle of Britannia as Heather. Marissa Abella? Jeremy Irons. So I like Jeremy Irons. He's good. Jimon Housu, whatever. Mark Zhang, Drew McIntyre, and others. Okay. So director Chad Stielsky has said the film draws inspiration from both the original movie and the Adrian Paul TV series. Okay. So maybe we might see his cousin in this movie, possibly. And expanding the mythology with more immortals, the Watcher, and deeper world building. So this is something that I want to bring up, okay? Will they keep some of the Highlander 2 storyline? That they're from the planet Zeist. And, and that they're actually, from another world kind of thing. So, Shrubby, you hated the series? What, the TV series? I don't know. Let me know. You know what? I never really followed the TV series at all. I didn't want to. I know Christopher Lambert ended up showing up in the series, but I didn't really watch it at all. I thought it was kind of boring. That's just me. And, you know, there was no head chopping, so screw that, right? So, Vince, are we getting fat Russell Crowe or fit Russell Crowe? I don't know. That's a good question. I hope it's fit Russell Crowe. I wouldn't mind that. So, Mr. Peterson, yeah, no Duncan this time around. But if it takes off, there is rumor that Duncan will show up in a sequel. And Gap, you got to get going. Going to Planet Sleep. Not a problem, dude. You have yourself a good night. And thanks for coming on by. And watch the cartoon later. Collector is back after his teachings. Highlander 2 storyline. Was there one? That depends. Highlander 2 is a little bit of a guilty pleasure of mine. I liked it. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people don't like it. I didn't mind it because I was young and my dad liked it. So I suppose I kind of liked it because my dad liked it. So maybe that was it. Let's see. In Chubby, it wasn't great. No, the TV series was pretty mid. Some characters were great, but overall it sucked. Yeah, I kind of got to agree with it. It kind of like was boring. So, but that's just me. So the UK is partially his fault then. Says, okay. So, yeah, so filming was originally set to begin earlier, but production has been pushed to early 2026 because, you know, like I mentioned before, Henry Cavill had an ankle injury while training. So, apparently everything is A-okay yet, and there's no release date. So, there you go. I don't know. Let's see. What? I won't judge you for anything else but Highlander 2. Your dad makes it okay, but damn, man. I know. Well, he liked the first one. Okay, and so here's the thing, you know, back in the day, nobody really cared about canon. It was just a sequel. So, you know, you just thought it was just part of the storyline. It was all planned that way or something like that. So, I don't know. You know, whatever. And besides, that's just like Christopher Lambert's acting. So, you know. Yeah, Shrubby, I agree. Highlander 2 was a good attempt for a sequel. Great storyline. It just fucked up that the first movie. It did. It really did. So, you know, if you look back on it now. But I thought, you know, just for the fun of it, it's fun. So, but, yeah, there you go. Yeah, if they didn't try to make him an alien, it'd be perfect. True. I'd be okay if it was like the far-flung future, right? That they were sent back to the past or something like that. So, and you, unfortunately, I only have a 10-minute break. I have to work for my bacon. I see. Okay, not a problem, dude. Not a problem. So anyway, like I said, yeah, might be a little bit of an early night, but for the sake of the collector, and so he doesn't miss out, and for all of you out there, because like I said, One Piece, it's going to be starting soon, and so we're just going through all the One Piece episodes for your viewing pleasure. So we're going to be having the cartoon earlier today. So it's cartoon time, folks.
I feel like we're going around in circles with this shit.
Tell me about it. Wait! I spot some land. Fuck! I spot some land right over there. Let's land on that land. That is a good idea.
Yo!
No, we're not doing that. I said no. We're here. Fucking Well, yes we are!
Guys, we need some orientation or something. We can't keep wandering around aimlessly.
Hey, you're in charge of getting us places. That's why we gave you the map.
This isn't a map, it's a nude pic of Tara Strong.
Give me that shit! Hang on, guys, I'm sensing a presence.
Hello there, newcomers. Welcome to the island. My name is Usob.
Shut the fuck up! Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Try to record! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! I love you! Come here! I love you! Come here! Fuck you! Fuck you, you fuck ass! You're a little fuck ass!
You're a fuck ass.
I love you. I love you. Where was I? I forgot where I was.
Start over!
I don't think that makes sense.
Come on, switch perspectives! It'll be some real Quentin Tarantino shit! Fucking do it!
Everyone run and hide! The ass tickler has returned! Hey, shut the fuck up! Why are you being mean? It's 'cause I'm British, isn't it? No. I hope the bum tickler gets you first. Aye. What's going on out here? Usob's tickling people's butts again. It's not me! Usob, look at me. My wife is pregnant with our second child, and my eldest son just ate a bar of soap. I got out this broom thinking I could clean it. You can't clean soap with a broom!
Hey, let's lynch him!
Wait, guys, just hear me out. I'll tickle your butts while you're asleep! Should we run after him?
No! Send in the children.
Remind me why you're the one calling the shots again.
Maybe it's because my son isn't retarded and eats soap in his spare time.
Fuck you, Barry!
Eat my dick, Pat!
Hey! Hey, you're Barry's kid, aren't you? What are you doing around here?
Wanna come play with us?
No.
Wanna see my sword?
Don't get offended, but I'm going to run from you as far as I possibly can. We're here! Are we, Zorro? Are we? Well, yeah. Zorro, I don't want to ruin your childlike innocence, but just know that this dance I'm about to do is entirely sarcastic. Sarcasm is a smell, right? Okay, you hear that? Hello there, friends, and welcome to this humble island. Holy shit! I like this island. Like I was saying, my name is Zeus. Nobody cares! Got him! Am I right, Zorro? What? Oh, I haven't been listening for days. Dude, I want pancakes. I want pancakes! Give me pancakes! I know a place. Fine, I guess we'll hang. But this better not get weird. Oh, you sick little, dirty little... You're a bad little girl, aren't you? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, this may sound a little strange, but your passion for food reminds me a lot of my dad, Zorro.
Go to flashback!
Oh, fucking apples.
Your mother gave birth to a fart!
Oh, Sob, this may come as a shock to you, but I think I know your dad. Really? What was he like? He ran out on me when I was young. Oh, no! I don't think you want me to answer that. I'm pretty bad at recollecting my past. Just ask Zorro. Yeah, dude, don't bother. I got dinosaurs and Rihanna last time. Hold that thought, my girlfriend just tweeted me.
You have a girlfriend? That's so...
Unexpected. Sorry, everyone, I've got to go. Happy days and sunshine ahead. The fuck was that about? Whatever. We got a free meal out of the deal.
You didn't leave any money.
It would seem that they have a feud with Usob now as well. We should seize this opportunity to become allies.
And that's pretty much it for there. So, there you go. Cartoon time. Over. Done with. Until next week. It's a little bit different. Anyway. So that's pretty much it for tonight. A little bit of a short night tonight for an hour and a half, so it's not that bad. Yeah, exactly. It was a very mean fart, Shrubby. So there you go. Anyway, that's the nun piece for you. So hopefully gonna get through them until live action nun piece comes out on Netflix, which has actually been pretty good because they go into the grand line this time. So, anywho, that is such a good avatar when you make it big. Yeah, it's huge. So, the ending just blew me away. 100%. What does his cap say? Oh, his cap, it says, well, believe it or not, it's in Cybertronian, and it's MAGA, right? Make make Autobots great again. So it's a MAGA hat, just so you know. So in Cybertronian, make Autobots great again, MAGA, right? MAGA jazz. So anyway, where was I going with this? I don't know. Okay. This Saturday on Mike's Movie Matinee, we're going to be looking at the 1930 movie that was banned in France for, what was it, 3 years? It was like a long time. And only because the movie made fun of the aristocrats and whatnot. 1930s, The Golden Age. And I think you might like that one. It's actually pretty good. And you know what? For a band movie, hey, you can't go wrong with that. And on top of that, it's French. So just like the news that FKHC shared earlier about things up people's bums, maybe you might see that also on Saturday as well. Because, you know, French. So there you go. French movie. Anyway, on Sunday, we have, you know what? I do believe now that Super Bowl is over, on Huge Circles, we're going to be having Joe from Joe's Atmosphere on the channel because he really wants to come on. Exactly, Lenrod. Suck it, France. So we're going to have Joe's Atmosphere on Huge Circles. So I guess while I'm drawing, he's going to be drawing at the same time. So you're going to have two people drawing, and I'm going to skip one. I don't like Dolly. Oh, come on. He's a pretty good artist. Jeez. And Canadian Spider-Man sent me pictures of his new bidet. Speaking of bums, nice. Yes. France, don't you mean Northern Somalia? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I should have said that instead. Yeah. It's no longer France. It's Northern Somalia. So yeah, on Huge Circles, Joe from Joe's Atmosphere is going to be on. I guess he'll be drawing The Patriot at the same time that I'm going to be doing my comic as well. So stick around and come for that. It's pretty fun. So far, a lot of people seem to like it. We just talk about anything and everything. It's a free flow of copious material. You know what? I'm still debating about doing Thursdays, doing a watch party kind of thing, you know, of what's good. And I was really seriously thinking about doing it Thursday. So maybe, you know what, I'll try again for this Thursday, because today it was an exhausting day and I almost debated about not doing the show today, but I did it anyway. So depending on how Thursday goes, yeah, watch the channel. You know what, hit the notification bell as well, because if you don't, you're a dirty, dirty commie. And nobody wants a dirty, dirty commie here. So Stick around for that. Watch the channel. Spread it around. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could, because it seems like the channel's on the grow again, which is nice. And you know what? I'm gonna say congratulations to Tony Stark, because I guess he hit 4,000 subs. I don't know how the fudge he did that, but you must have bribed somebody. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so to all of you out there, thanks for sticking around and joining in the fun, and making this Tuesday part of your watching regiment, because I really, really appreciate you guys coming on over, everybody that's watching on X, on Rumble, and on the YouTubes here. So, yeah, do me a favor, spread the channel around, get as many fools in here as possible, because fools make this fun. So, that's all I got to say about that. So, to everybody out there, just remember, is it playing?
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes!